Last time we saw Brandon Campbell, he was hoisting a national championship trophy on the track, CSU Pueblo, last weekend of May. That was a fun experience. Well, here we are, indoor track and field season arriving this weekend for the Grizzlies. Another talented group. Mr. Campbell, tell us about this team.
If I must say so myself, it might be the most talented group that I've had here. Maturity-wise, they matured a lot. A lot of times kids come off of a championship and they lose hunger. My kids didn't want to take a break this summer. They came back even hungrier. So in all reality, I look forward to being a spectator on Friday more than a coach because I'm really excited about watching them run.
Yeah, I mean, you've got guys like Trey Johnson and Aaron Williams are back. You're also tapping into a little two-sport opportunity, which has kind of been the theme of this week's Grizzly Connect, I guess. We chatted with Justin Kaufman, played football and basketball for Adams State. You were the 2001 Big West Athlete of the Year, playing two sports, track and field, and playing ball at Fullerton. So what goes into the type of training for a Chaz Butler to play football and then to come back and run indoor track and field?
It's just a lot of watching and managing them during the football season. I have to incorporate a lot of the things that they've done during the football season along with the track and field so that they don't lose a step without a sport. From the way Chaz has been looking, I don't know what football was doing, but he's ready to go. I know how he was when he had to sit out the last two games. It's hard watching sports. He was very hungry. So I think that this track meet on Friday will be a chance for him to make up for the two games that he missed during football season.
Which is the irony of this entire conversation, because Justin Kaufman's opportunity came from Chaz getting hurt, and it really is going to work out for everybody. I mean, Chaz had a 100-yard game before he went down and had a 70-yard touchdown run the week before. So like Kaufman, he had two straight big events. When you look at the ceiling for a kid like that, you don't want to put too much pressure on him. But what do you say about the career of Chaz Butler and the potential he has?
Oh, he's off to a great start. I mean, it's good the season that he has as a freshman for football, because me as a coach, I want him to come back and try to perform well and outdo himself in track and field over football. But, of course, I want him to go out to football and take the same attitude from track and field and just go hard. I know, being a two-sport athlete myself, when I was on the track, I kind of had the urge to get back on the court. And when I was on the court, I had the urge to get on the track. But that hunger for both sports is good. I'm the type of person where if you have more of a love for one sport, then maybe you should put more time into that. A lot of people ask me, why wouldn't I give up basketball and go strictly track? But, I mean, in all reality, you couldn't have paid me to put my ball down. And I'm pretty sure Chaz is in the same type of situation, and I would never ask him to put his ball down, but I would like for him to try to top himself in each season to set a challenge for himself.
Brandon Campbell with Adams State Track and Field. People still want to challenge you. From an athletic standpoint, when do you shake that where people are just like, oh, BC, let's go have a dunk competition. Oh, BC, I can take you in the 400. I mean, when does that subside finally?
I mean, I guess till I can't walk anymore. I mean, when you've accomplished something yourself and you set that standard, when the younger guys around campus choose to challenge you, that lets you know that you did something when you had your career going on. But like I said before, man, you're going to have to carry me off the court. Anybody want to come put up a challenge, I'll take them all.
What I'm worried about are the rivalries that are being created. I mean, you know, your career was spent in SoCal at the collegiate level at Fullerton, and now during this very show, a gentleman from the Bay Area, Mr. James Lake, saying that Bay Area Hoopers far outskill those from Southern California.
Oh, I mean, I'm not from California. I lived there. I lived in Southern California for about 11 years. I mean, in all reality, in California, the guys that got the game to me are the ones from the Bay. But all in all, the best dunkers come from the Midwest. But, you know,
wait. Name the best dunkers from the Midwest.
Brandon Campbell.
Jeez, that just happened. You would be able to challenge Darius Miles in his prime in St. Louis and come up with the edge.
Challenge Darius Miles? How do you do that when he grew up watching you play?
What did Bruce Bowen learn from you, the corner three-point shot?
No, he didn't learn anything. I mean, Bruce was a guy who came back. He's alum of Cal State Fullerton, of course. Go Titans. He used to come back and work out all the time. In all reality, Bruce was one of the reasons why I got better as a player. I took a lot of I had a defensive mentality already, but as you can see from how he performed when he was in the NBA, a lot of those tips that he gave to me, he used on the court. So that's one thing that I can respect.
You see small guys like that are undersized and don't have a natural skill set that you would ever see in an open gym. Nobody would ever pick Bruce Bowen and be like, I got to get him on my team. But we were watching him break down Paul Gasol this year and where he's playing on the perimeter and how Gasol's shooting corner threes. And Bowen said, that's my territory. Get out of there. He learned he had one skill set, and he mastered it. And then he became a lockdown defender. What do you see from athletes who maybe don't have that type of natural speed or athleticism that you did, but they know how to get better and they can contribute points to track and field and any other team?
The one thing that any athlete, no matter how athletic they are in track and field, can improve on is the maturity. Track and field is a longevity type of sport. If it was short term, then the Olympics would come every year instead of every 4 years. So getting them patient enough to mature and be able to understand that it's not going to come right away. It may take 2 or 3 years. That actually helps them out because, I can't take their scholarship after a year. I have to give them that time in order to develop, and that's one thing that I think is different with our sport. We don't look for immediate results. We give our athletes time to build and improve, and sometimes when you give it that time, you get those championships later on rather than the athlete who goes hard all the time and not maturing with the sport. They might get hurt sooner. So with that maturity level, man, the mind controls the body. So as long as your mind's intact, I think they'll be prepared to get out there on the track.
And you've won indoor and outdoor track and field national championships since arriving at Adams State. So when you're out in Pueblo after winning the national championship this year, and Cal State LA and coaches from all over the country are coming up to you and kind of kissing the ring and just paying reverence for that win, and they might have more resources, they might have more access to athletes. When you're just sitting there, you don't really soak it in. What's going through your mind in moments like that?
All in all, even though a track meet ends and the track meet's over, they're still the other teams. So I'm not out after a championship all happy. I'm in a even more serious mood than I was during the track meet. I'm not giving them an inch. So therefore, if you got a group of coaches around each other after the track meet, I'm going to have just as serious a face that I did during the track meet because I want them to know that I'm coming back to win again.
Adams State track and field and cross country, just maybe a season sweep of championships. I know that would be pretty incredible. Never happened before. What are the odds after men's championship for cross country that indoor could pull off one and then outdoor could pull off another? Long shot?
Not a long shot at all. In all reality, I think we got a good chance to win the Triple Crown. We're just going to win every time we step out on the track. But in all honesty, personally for me, I want to get the women on the national champion stand.
Okay, Marie Jones is back.
I can't wait.
VC, good chatting with you.
Always.
This is KSPK's Grizzly Connect. I'm Bryant Johnson.